we should mention who those, you mentioned, of course, Iran. There's also Saudi Arabia, Ethiopia, Egypt, UAE, and Argentina. You know, I want to look at it through let's start with Vladimir Putin, who has been, at the very least, ostracized. You know, other international groups, he's facing sanctions, etc. Is this something that gives him some relief? Is it something that should trouble us as we're trying to, you know, contain Russia's power, at least with regards to Ukraine?
If I were President Putin, I would be pleased with the outcome of this summit, because remember, the narrative has been, I think that the narrative that I think that many folks in the West would like to believe is that Putin has become, by virtue of Russian aggression against Ukraine, that Putin has become a pariah globally, that it's kind of most of the rest of the world on one side versus, you know, Russia. And I think that one of Russia's big objectives coming into this summit was to demonstrate that we're not isolated, that we're not isolated, we're cultivating new relationships, we're participating in an organization, namely the BRICS, that's gaining more and more attention. And so I think that by that metric, he has succeeded. Now, I think it's important that Putin himself was not present in person. The foreign minister, Sergei Lavrov, he was present in person. President Putin participated virtually. But I think it's a demonstration that, yes, Russia, by virtue of its aggression against Ukraine, it has brought upon itself unprecedented Western sanctions, and I think that those sanctions over the medium to long term are going to begin to cut in to Russia's ability to grow its economy, to develop or reconstitute its defense industrial base. But I think that Putin's takeaway from this summit will be, you might want to cast us as a pariah, but look, the BRICS now, they're 6 countries larger, or they will be as of the beginning of next year, and so we're not the pariah that you might want us to be.